Airsofters. This is actually the first video from Coldwater Airsoft. We're bringing to you a gun review. Also, in about 3 to 4 weeks, expect some gameplay coming up. We have a couple cameras on the way, so do expect that. But for now, we're going to get into this gun. This happens to be the Echo1 AK700 licensed by Rifle Dynamics. Now, it's a really cool gun, very solid build. About 95% of this gun is metal construction. Just a very solid feeling gun. There's not a lot of wobble on it. Obviously, you have a little bit of wobble on the forward handguard because I think every AK has that. Every AK I've ever had. Probably get an LCT and fix that. But Echo1 definitely did a good job on this gun. Yeah, there's not really much to say about it bad-wise, but there's plenty of good stuff, good features, and a lot of nice specifications. So I want to kind of go just down the barrel and list out all the features. Up top we have an M4 style birdcage flash hider. Now I actually put this one on. It's just kind of tanned out. I like it like that. We also have a extended barrel, and we have this kind of like a chipped off ghost ring sight in the front here, and we also have a rail along the gas tube, and we have a black foreguard. Now we obviously have this Phantom little micro dot sight. It does not come with a gun, but it's about $30 on Amazon. You can go look it up. Just look up Phantom red dot. Put a description in the a link in the description there for you guys. It just looks really pleasing on the gun to me. So yeah, moving back, we have our numbered and adjustable for, I believe, the elevation on this. This is not adjustable for windage, but for elevation, we actually have the numbered rear sight. I don't like AK sights preferably, but it's not bad. That's why I have the red dot on there. But if you prefer AK sights, then these are pretty cool. Moving back, we also have a functioning charging handle, which reveals the hop-up unit, which is actually just a sliding style hop-up unit. We also have, this gun comes with two 500 capacity high cap waffle mags, but I actually don't really like those. So I have this 74 style mag in it, and it actually looks really sweet in the gun. Personally, that's my opinion though. So yeah, but it does come with those. Also, the selector switch clicks in very solidly, very nice. So you do have your your fully automatic on your first switch, and then your semi-automatic, and it also has the Russian insignia, or not insignias, but the Russian abbreviations for semi and full on this. So it's a really accurate representation there. We also have a standard 74 style pistol grip right here, and the mag release, obviously right there, is right behind the magazine. Moving back some more, on the other side of this gun, we actually have an adapter for a Optic Rail. So I actually have one of those. I'll probably put it on in the video, put a scope on, in the shooting review that'll follow this. I'll probably do that just so I can give you guys kind of just a look at what it looks like. Also on the back we have a folding stock. You just press this button, stock folds to the side, clicks in place, and then to release it, there's just this little hook. You just pull it back on it and snap it back right in. So it's a really cool, definitely a really cool gun. Lots of nice features on it. We also have Rifle Dynamics insignias and engravings on both sides of the receiver. So it's pretty sweet, really awesome. Also, I wrapped paracord on the stock. That doesn't come with it, but it's there. Also, something I forgot to mention is we have a sling mount on the rear of the stock, so you can have your one-point slings when you sling it through the stock. So you have it right there. So yeah, that's really cool. So the features on this gun are just really awesome. Now it's time to get into the internals. The internals are just really solid. This is a LiPo ready gun. Actually, Echo1 recommends their 11-1 LiPo with this gun. So yeah, you definitely can get some rate of fire out of this weapon. We also have an M110 spring. We have a nylon piston. It's also ported. We also have a metal hop-up unit with a matte wool bucking in it, so it's really good. We have a 6.06 inner barrel, which you could swap out for a 6.03. I would probably recommend that, but at the same time, it still has really good consistency for this gun, and I'll show you guys that on the shooting test. We also have a version 3 with 7mm bearings, which is really cool. I enjoy the version 3 gearboxes. They're really nice. They're not as easy to upgrade or easy to work on, but they're just really cool. I don't know, it's just the idea that they can actually make that into an AK style. I just like that. So yeah, that's about it. The specs, this gun shoots about, let me think. I think it's around 400. Actually, I believe it's 395 on Echo1's website. Yeah, it's 395. So yeah, you're definitely shooting pretty hot with this gun. This is definitely a field gun, not a CQB gun. But this does come with a stick-type battery, which actually goes in the upper portion right here. You can basically feed the battery all the way up this imitation gas tube. So you can definitely fit some big batteries in there. It does come with a stick-type battery, but you can also use nunchucks in this, which is a really cool feature I like. So let me just fix this real quick. Oh, I gotta get the charging handle in there too. Sorry, there we go. All right, so that's all set there. So let's get out onto the range and actually test this gun out. I'm really curious to see, I actually haven't target shot with this yet, so I'm really curious to see the consistency and accuracy with this weapon. So let's go see, and I'll be using probably .2s for the test, because .2s are a very common BB with a lot of intermediate airsofters, so I'll use .2s. They do recommend .25s or higher with this gun though, too, so do take note of that. But I'll be using .2s and an 8.4 just to kind of give you the realistic feel for what you're actually getting out of the box. So yep, let's go out and test this baby out, and I'll see you guys out on the range. So we're here at the range, and we're going to be shooting the Echo1 AK700. We're going to be shooting at targets at 60 feet, 80 feet, and 110 feet. Now on the 60 and 80 feet, we're going to be taking 6 shots to designate a good pattern. And then at 110 feet, we're going to take 10 since it is a farther and a much harder target to hit. So let's get this started. I'm using .2 Falcon Tactical BBs, and I have a 8.4 1100 milliamp nunchuck battery in the gun. I'm also utilizing my Phantom Micro Dot, and I know I told you guys I'd show you the rail mount with the optic on top, and I'll show you that after this video, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, that's 6 at 40. I mean 6 at 60, and we're going to 6 at 80. That's 6 at 80. Now we're going to 10 at 110. I believe that's 6. So we got 10 actually to shoot. So 4 more shots. Sorry. And I didn't hit a single one of those, so that really doesn't matter. But yeah, we're going to take down the targets now, and I'm going to see basically how well this did. So we're back from the range, and we just did the shooting test on the AK700 from Echo1. And this is our results. Now at 60 feet, we had a really nice pattern. It's about the size of a little bit bigger than a quarter. It was very consistent and accurate up here. We had this pattern is generally really good, and this is probably just human element. It's farther down, but it's still a decent pattern. It's definitely within my hand. Now we move to 80 feet, and the pattern starts to shift a little over and to the left and down. And you can see over here, that's probably my human element again, but we hit 4 shots out of 6 on it, so that's pretty good. That's really good. And at 80 feet, this is a relatively good pattern. And then at 110 feet, we started to kind of shift down again. We shifted down more, but it's still a decent pattern. I know there's this one, but that's probably my human element again, like I said. But this is with .2s you take in mind, so just to kind of replicate that intermediate airsoft player loadout, we are using .2s. But the .2s, they work really well. It's not very windy out today, so it's very consistent. Decent patterns, the best patterns that I've had for this type of review so far. So yeah, we'll see what comes in the future, and the AK700 is pretty good. But I'm gonna show you guys that mount real quick, and I'll close up the video. So I just wanted to show you guys the rail mount real quick. I have a little combat optic up top on it, but overall, the only thing that you have to do when putting this on is you take this, and you can see right there the inside that it just slides on, and all you do is you take this mount, and I actually got this mount from e-Vike for about, I think it was $40. You just take it and you slide it on. Yep, I missed the rail, but you take it and you slide it on this rail, and it should make a solid connection, and it'll stop. And then all you do is you tighten these hex keys down here. Now these hex keys, these two are one size, and this is a larger size, and it's kind of weird, but you just tighten them down, and it's supposed to stay pretty snug on there. And in my experience, it has. But I prefer not to use the optic. I just have it. I don't know, because I really just wanted to see what it was like. But I don't prefer to use this. But it's the only reason I don't prefer to use this is because whenever you're aiming, and you're aiming downrange, it's very high up on the AK. So it's kind of like you almost have to use a mask with this gun or some kind of cheek riser. And I don't really necessarily like that. I like to have my self low profile with the gun, as well as my gun low profile. So but anyway, it's pretty nice if you're into that kind of thing, or you just want to put a nice optic on top of your AK. A lot of people like the M4 style with, like, you know, your optic kind of close to your mag well. If you want that, then this is probably the mount for you. But it's really nice, it's relatively cheap, and it's well built, and it stays on really well. So that's pretty much it. But to sum up this video, the AK700 is a really nice gun for basically an intermediate to professional level airsoft player who's just looking for a sweet AK. And you can really do a lot to this, but it already has a lot of internal stuff already in it, so there's not really much you really want to do to this gun. It's really good out of the box, and it's just one of those great buys for around $250. So yeah, Echo1, you did a really good job on this gun, and thank you guys for watching this. Please subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys on the field.